Black brother. The people that y'all will see on the panel today are, I would say, four of the most influential people to Stoicism that I could find, and that's why I got them first.
I didn't choose photography. It chose me. It sought me out when I was between 3 and 4 years old in the form of a present from my mother's coworker. It was a small toy camera, a Fisher-Price perfect shot. This camera was made for a child to fall in love with it, built with bright primary colors. The cobalt blue body, switches bright like summer strawberries, and an electric yellow shutter. Though its appearance may have been cartoonishly vibrant, the images that it captured were grounded in reality, and I used roll after roll of Kodak Gold 110 film to capture the moments of my life at home with my parents and my younger brother. We would routinely find ourselves at the grocery store dropping off these rolls to get developed and purchasing more rolls of film so that I could get my creative curiosity fed. It was a subtle but powerful empowerment of my perspective. To be able to capture the world as I saw it and express it visually at such a young age was a gift that opened the world to me. As I grew older, the love affair that I had with photography only grew stronger.
Music has always been, or artistry, I'll just put it like that, artistry has always been a place that I can go to. A place where I can go in my head and have a movie and try to get that movie down on paper. And so that's why I chose the Spire. The Spire, that little machine over there that's over there, if you want to talk to me about it, you can. That Spire is kind of like, it symbolizes the freedom of creativity, where I can get what I need to get out and then let that live. So that's my time. I want to finish with this verse. This is probably one of the first verses that I wrote on the Spire, or that I recorded on the Spire, and my wife likes it. So I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna do what I can feel it just to hold to my mom. I work okay. Spit. I know it's about art, but it's kind of hard to do acapella, something that you usually rap. So I don't want to mess up. So here we go. This is called the Take Back. I was the lowest on the totem while holding my scrotum that the size of the opponent won't matter because I'm a owner. Stone them like I'm David, I'm saying if you gonna play with this dragon, it's gonna take more than double daggers to slay him. Thank you. Try it. You tried. I'm shaking this bitch if I put it down. I'm gonna try to see it like this. All right, here we go. Start that over.
Do your thing, brother. Rip it, Lotto, rip it.
I was the lowest on the totem while holding my scrotum that the size of the opponent won't matter because I'm an owner. Stone them like I'm David, I'm saying if you gonna play with this dragon, it's gonna take more than double daggers to slay him. Even if I came with 2K, an extra stick for your friend, a comfy seat for your den, still couldn't play him. Now that we got that understood, I hope your character good, because when it comes to this slick shit they spewing, it'll make your ego have you feeling I'm emo. Confidence smaller than Stark standing by Ewan. Assist the rebound, slipping through like a Euro. I'm headed to the rack because this triple double's been brewing, yo. Double the dopeness is 1, double experience 2, double the lyrics is 3, and in conclusion, I know I got some shoes to fill up, but still, I'm still up looking for footprints to put that damn shoe in. Don't mean to ruin your mood, I'm chewing through you food, and you can sip on the drip my progress, and when they put me to rest, want to be known as the most clever to do. Thank you.
So as my prop, I brought in a camera, a VHS camera, that my aunt Pat gave to me not long before she passed. It was a camera that we used for everything. We used to film funny skits with it, holidays, Christmases, birthdays, all that stuff. And though I own a few cameras and film equipment, of course, as a filmmaker, this one is special to me. Holding that camera in my hand was like holding history. It was bought secondhand, and I can only imagine the stories this camera captured on VHS tapes. Babies being born, weddings, that union of marriage, children's first steps, graduations, birthdays, marriage proposals. I think about how we have the privilege to have high quality cameras at our fingertips to capture any moment in seconds. I also think about how cameras can mitigate the single story. How the atrocities of the civil rights era were captured on film, horrifying people around the globe. How we would only hear about the brutality inflicted on Black and brown people in Los Angeles until someone with a camera, just like the one I brought, captured the Rodney King meeting and the subsequent riots. How cameras have given some of us the most beautiful and treasured memories of life, and how they are there when the rock is kicked over to expose the dirty underbelly of our societies. Many say that we have too many cameras. I say that we have countless opportunities to tell our stories, completely and without censor. How justice, even with video evidence, wasn't always served. But how the tables are slowly turning because we film every fucking thing. Every moment of our lives has become curated content, which can be a gift or a curse. From cave drawings, stories passed down through generations, our unsung griots, to the countless pictures and videos forever digitized in the cloud, storytelling is in our very DNA. Or as Margaret Atwood, the author of The Handmaid's Tale, would say, you're never going to kill storytelling because it's built in the human plan. We come with it. So, everyone here tonight, tell your stories. Capture your moments. Give no weight to the insecurity of creative embarrassment, and no quarter to injustice. Because as Maya Angelou said, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. Thank you.
So yeah, I didn't write nothing down because this big ass head gotta have something in it, right? You know what I'm saying? I got words, right? So run away from your problems and don't face them. That's gonna kick your ass though, because that ain't in your nature. Your biggest obstacles sometimes will push you into greatness, but you're too understanding when you're gonna step your face. Even though you know the deal, that pain be hurting major. But quickly bounce back, homie, communities away. So you can't squeeze no brakes in, and hurt or not, you stay in. Better dry your eyes, go kiss babies and shake hands. Who cares if you struggling? Whole life crumbling. Carrying their hopes, so ain't no way that you gon' fumble them. You don't wanna burden them, and you don't wanna trouble them. Admit that you're an addict, strung out on being publicly. See, maybe if you private, but in the crowds you hide, they think that you blow flower, eyes red, closed eyelids. Really, you just been crying, metaphorically dying. Or maybe that's just literal, and you just can't admit it though. Even though you battle tested, you go where the heroes don't. Nothing left in the tank. Still, I know you give them more, so you don't get the victories, the happily ever afters. You may not win the girl, and you don't get the mansions. Can't lie and say I'm even sure you'll get to heaven. And maybe it's your purpose to build people for the next one. So you are just a blessing and a vessel, just accept it, don't be extra. Pick your chin up and keep stretching. So, that piece is something I did really to explain what I do every day, right? So, I got pretty much every stereotype you can hear about young black men. I did most of those, you know what I mean? So, for my mom to be from here, Tulsa, Oklahoma, know, raised in Greenwood. She from Little Africa, and then my dad's family are all from Africa. I grew up there, you know, the stereotypes of being in a small village with no running water, no electricity, and no video games. When I found video games, Sega was already old when I got one, you know what I mean? So when I was there, I got to learn that I needed very little to be able to do what I do. But also, even having very little, I felt bad for other kids who had less. So then when I got here, I'm like, oh, y'all crying because you didn't get the new 2K? Like, I ain't had no 2K, you know, so like, growing up here, just the stuff that I do every day, I'm a songwriter. I pick artists that y'all listen to now. They call me to write records, mainly because they can't rap and stuff, but mainly, it's because I can take whatever story they give me and make it relevant. And I only do that because when I was a kid, like picking up on English, hip hop taught me proper English. You know, well, it ain't proper, but it's the shit I taught. It taught me English. I learned how to connect with other black boys with video games because they hoop or they play football. I play soccer. Black kids on the north side, we weren't playing soccer, we too.